What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here. Thanks for joining me on another video. I know, my content hasn't been that great. We haven't done many, uh, we haven't done many comic call videos, and I just recently submitted a CDC submission, but that video was not very good. Due to an error, that video turned out. Um, I had to do it through photos. It was not the effect I was going for. But I thought this video here would be a nice sort of change of pace. And that is to kind of give you insight into what I'm on the lookout for. I thought we'd take a look at my Key Collector Comics app or account. Now, I don't have the paid account on Key Collector Comics, but I find Key Collector Comics to be very useful for just, finding key issues and kind of adding it to my want list for things that I, would like to get at some point. And that want list has grown to more than like 1,300. It's like over 1,000 comics. I want to say it's 1,300 or something like that. But I thought I'd kind of share that list with you. Really, the goal of this is not to go through like all the comics, but kind of like whiz through, kind of get a glimpse at what my interests are, where I'm kind of focused in comic collecting, and also really kind of focus on things that I immediately, or at least prioritize the things that I immediately want. Now, in terms of what I want, like there's a lot of like high valued stuff, but am I going to use my resources to get that high valued stuff? Probably not, right? I'm not going to like mortgage my house to get some of these really high value comics. So we're just kind of going to skip all that. I mean, even things that are valued at like $1,000, that's still out of most people's price range. So what we're really going to focus on are the keys that are within my range, and we're going to probably I want to narrow it down to like a list of at least 20 to 25 books that I'm going to be kind of focused on and really keyed in on to try and get. Now, I've been focused on Jim Lee for the most part, and that still applies in terms of like what I want to add. But Jim Lee, I pretty much have what I want in terms of like immediately in my Jim Lee collection. So the Jim Lee project has turned more into like when we run across something in the wild, or when we come across something, that's something at that point we'll want to target. So in terms of my immediate, like I have to go out and get this Jim Lee book, that isn't as urgent as it used to be. It's still on the priority list, don't get me wrong, but it's more like a kind of like a slow project. In fact, I'll probably pick up Jim Lee here and there because ultimately what is left on my I guess want list in terms of Jim Lee it's not that I'm not priced out of anything Jim Lee. And it's not like I want to get those like higher ratio variants that he has, come out with recently. If we pick up some of those at a good price, or if something like that comes along where it's sort of priced, I think, reasonably, that's something I may pick up. But it's nothing I'm actively trying to get, the higher price Jim Lee books. So with that being said, I thought we'd just kind of focus in on, we'll take a look at my list, my ginormous, sort of want list. What I kind of like when I go through the app and I find a book I like, I'll just add it, and that list has now grown. And what I want to do is I want to go through the list and really focus in on the books that I want to prioritize to get over the the next year or so. And so there's really this is going to be something that you and I or the viewers, you'll be kind of discovering along with myself, because I'm just kind of going through and I'm going to be thinking out loud as to what, if it's something I want to add, or if it's something that is immediate. I think we'll kind of just sort and sift through the comics that I want. I'm going to have a spreadsheet open to where when I come across a book that I think, okay, this is good, I'll just kind of jot it down. And then by the end, we'll have a nice list that we can pare down further or kind of reevaluate. All right, so let's get to it. I'm just going to share my screen here. Okay, so this is my key collector app, and as you can see, actually it's not quite as much as I thought it'd be. It's saying 747 results, and right off the bat, a lot of these I have it sorted by published date. So really, all these comics here are just absolutely Grail books, unattainable Grail books. Maybe a low grade Actual Comics 33 or a low grade Superman 11. Maybe that's within my reach. And if those ever come across my way in low grade at that price, that's something I'll consider. But even like $330 or $490, that's a bit of a stretch. But let's just go through. A low grade Superman 32 is $90. That's well within reason, it looks like. Iconic cover up by Wayne Boring. Let's tentatively add that to my list. Just give me a moment here. I have a Excel sheet that I'm going to open up. Here we go. You might actually see it open up on the screen. If that's so, I'll just move it to the side. But okay, so we got our checklist here. I'm going to add another tab here. And don't mind me, I'm just jotting down I'm just going to jot down something. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to write down Superman, let's say 32. Okay, for now. All right, so moving on. I really want this first appearance of An Origin of Brainiac. Lower grade is $440. While that is within reach for a low grade copy, I don't know. I still think it's one of those Grail books. I'll just leave it off for now. Superman Annual #1. This is something I think I can get mid-grade. Let's have that. Fun book to have, actually, the first Superman Annual. There are just so many great Golden Age, Silver Age books. Yeah. Here's another great one, X-Men number 14. You'd have to get that in mid-grade, low to mid-grade. Oh, that's something. Low grade Amazing Spider-Man number 3, something that presents well. That's way out of my range. 960. That is a Grail book, though, something I would love to add to my collection. Now here's one, a mid-grade Daredevil 16. That is something I definitely want to add. It's been something I've been eyeing from time to time on various sites. This Batgirl, that Batgirl is just a beautiful cover. Amazing Spider-Man 50, Superman 199. That's that first race between Flash and Superman. Oh, that'd be a great book too. Let's add that. Let's just add it because, you know, we want to. I don't want to feel like haven't left out any, you know, no stone left unturned kind of situation. This Amazing Spider-Man 55 is also, yeah, that has to be on the list. Now, I actually had an opportunity to pick up a mid-grade copy of this one. It was around hundreds. I think it was like around $100 a while back. I didn't pick it up, but you know, it's something. I don't know. That's something definitely I want to pick up at some point. Better now than later, I guess. More Flash, more Doc Ock, Spidey stuff. I feel like this Amazing Spider-Man 56 is something I could also pick up. Oh, it's the continuation to 55. So 55, 56, that's really a pairing. I'm going to pick up 55. I'd have to pick up 56 as well. Batman 200, another great Neil Adams cover. That one is, that one's actually, you could probably pick it up high grade if we ever get $250. I'll add it to my list. These are, again, the older books are always going to be sort of the higher priced ones. So, yeah, these are all great books. Submariner. Oh, this Supergirl Wonder Woman first cover. Wonder Woman 177. I'm going to add that. First, looks like it's like the first battle between them, or the first, at least, cover maybe between them. That's amazing. Let's see here. So Wonder Woman 177. Keep on the lookout for that one. Yeah, Silver Surfer 1, another great comic. Amazing Spider-Man 68. This is another one that I've been eyeing. Great cover. So yeah, we're already at 9 comics here, and it's been good. I think a lot of these are just out of my price range. They're things I want. These are things I want. And I'm sure. See, here's a bunch of Neil Adams stuff coming up. Oh, that's a beautiful cover. Detective Comics 395. Green Lantern 76, another great book, another great cover. More beautiful Neil Adams stuff. These are just that era of Neil Adams here. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 133. Now this is a key book because I believe yeah, there's just a okay, no, I'm confusing it with something else. That's just a great, there's a key. Nothing I'm terribly focused on. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 90. That's another nice one. I've got 88 and 89, but 90 is really the culmination in the death of Captain George Stacy, and really kind of, you know, foreshadows the death of Gwen as well. So yeah, those are all great things. And then here's a Batman 227. Man, we would love that book. And even a mid-grade, that's a $400 book. But I mean, that's such a popular book. I feel like that even that 400 mid-grade listing is probably sells way above that. So I mean, that's, I don't know, you know, anybody who's buying it, if you're buying this Batman 227 for $400 mid-grade, then you're getting a great deal. That's all I can say, because a lot of the mid-grade stuff is much higher. A lot of great stuff here. This is the first cameo appearance, the Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 134. This is the first appearance of Darkseid. That has a mid-grade 180. That's something we want to pick up. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of leave it off the list for now. These are all books I want. I'm just trying to, again, prioritize things, and so as much as I want all these books, they're not necessarily feasible. Now this one I have, so but I do want another copy. The Superman 233. We'll pick it up, but it's one of those books now that I feel like that's getting out of range. I'm glad I have a copy, but it's getting out of range for a higher grade copy. Yeah, all these great books. This Fantastic Four Hope versus Thing is a great cover. That I feel like is going to continue to go up in value. Probably something I'm priced out of by now. Here's one. Amazing Spider-Man 100. Now this was on my previous checklist of things to pick up for the last Comic-Con I went to back in the fall. And I had an opportunity to pick up a copy for about $150. Nice, sort of like, I guess, higher mid-grade copy. I would say it was around like a 6570 copy. Could pick it up for $150. I tried to get a lower price. Sorry, I think, yeah, it was around $150. She wouldn't budge on the price, so I didn't pick it up. But this is a book I want to pick up, Amazing Spider-Man 100. And yeah, there are some like questionably graded books selling at $150, like definitely mid-grade copies. So again, this is a book where this high grade 180 is kind of, that's where it's priced in terms of the mid-grade. You're finding a lot of the mid-grade stuff, at least on eBay, selling for $150, and it's completely a ripoff. Because I think if you're patient enough and you find good dealers, they have higher grade stuff that you can pick up again for like $150. So let's go back. Okay. I did have opportunity to buy Green Lantern 85 for like around $80. And I'm really upset I didn't pick it up at that time. This was, I guess, wait a lot, months before Neil Adams had passed, and yeah, it's now a book I feel like it's out of my out of my reach now. If I ever run into a copy, if it ever comes into my thing, I guess into my presence, I wonder what it'll be priced at. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, there's just all these great books. I'm not seeing a lot. I mean, again, I want them all, but I'm not seeing a lot that I want to prioritize in terms of getting rather quickly. This Batman 241 is definitely something I'm going to put on my list. Neil Adams cover, and it's still, again, this pricing doesn't reflect what it is, but I think I could probably pick up a mid-grade copy for under $100. So that's one. Superman 252 is another Neil Adams book I'd love to pick up, so we're gonna add that to the list. Another classic cover. Exam Number One, another book. That one's kind of picking up, going up in value. That's another one that's this high grade, $60. No way. That's this book is definitely priced, closer to 200 for a high grade copy, I want to say. So I'm just going to leave that one off my list for now. Oh, The Death of Gwen Stacy. Yeah, that's a book I want, but high grade 825, even a mid grade 285, mid grade 280. Let's do it. Let's put it on our list. So Amazing Spider-Man 121. It's definitely a big book. 122. Death of Green Goblin is big as well, but yeah, 122 as well. Figure when you get 121, you gotta get 122. Ghost Rider 1. No way, can't afford that. This Joker, Neil Adams Joker cover, another beauty. I'd want it, but again, these are just priced out of my price range, unless it's like a low grade, well presenting low grade copy. These are definitely, man, this Batman limited collector's edition, what a beautiful cover. All right, now we're kind of getting into the Bronze Age. A lot of books here in the Bronze Age. And then a lot of stuff also. This Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 14. That we gotta add that to our list. It's Neil Adams and Bruce Lee. Come on. I know Jay, if you're watching, I know you feel me on this one. You probably have a copy. But for Bruce Lee fans, that's a must-have right there. That beautiful Neil Adams cover. And I doubt a high-grade copy would be $65. I'm sure that's a lot more. But we'll try to pick that up. All right. Yeah. Luckily, in terms of what we have left, I know Naman Young has this one, Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man crossover. That's a nice book to have. Just gonna leave it off my list for now. I already picked up this one. Superman 300. That's definitely one we want to add. We've been wanting to add. Watch the original Crotch Rocket cover. X-Men 100, that'd be another nice one to have. X-Men 101, another nice one to have. Just gonna leave them off my list for now. Let's see here. Oh, this Black Adam, second appearance of Black Adam. I feel like that one I'm priced out of as well, so I'm not gonna like try to prioritize picking that one up. Well, it's Finest 244. That's a nice cover. Looks to be a Neil Adams cover as well. That one actually isn't priced all that high. Let's add that to our list. World's Finest Comics 245. Add that to our list. We're around 17 comics now. So again, I want to do 20 to 25. So we'll just continue to go through the list until we're a little beyond that, and then we'll kind of revisit that as we go along. I'd love to pick up some of these Star Wars comics, but yeah, I just feel like I'm not going to pay. Yeah, for me, it's not like high priority stuff. It's something I'd like to pick up, but again, not. Oh man, this limited collector's edition C51. That's a great cover right there. Ugh, yeah, I doubt that. I mean, I'll just kind of note it in the back of my head. It's not something I'm going to pursue, but if it does come up, if I do run across it, definitely, I think I'd pick it up. It's great Neil Adams stuff here. Yeah, even that this collector's edition, the Superman and Muhammad Ali cover, man, that's a great cover. Avengers, X-Men, great stuff here. What If 10? Yeah. Marvel Tales 98, the reprint of the death of Gwen Stacy. Now, yeah, that's a good. This may be something we would want to pursue rather than the first printing. Reprinting might be, because that's, in terms of pricing, it's very reasonable, and it's still a Bronze Age book, so it's not that far removed from when the original was released. Okay, we'll look into that. This first Sunfire, now I know, so Jay picked this up, and we're in kind of like trade talks. He said he'd think about it. He hasn't responded, which leads me to believe he's not kind of interested in my offer. We'll see. I'll reach out to him again, see if there's something he wants for it. But yeah, this X-Men 118 is definitely another book that I want to add to the Sunfire cover. Awesome Sunfire cover there. It's the first appearance of Mariko Yashida, which is a key character in the Wolverine. Of the Wolverine lineage. This Avengers 181 George Perez cover. Man, it's a beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. I feel like that one's also gone up a lot in value. These prices here not reflective of the true market value price. First Frank Miller, that's another nice one that would be nice to add. So many awesome keys here. We're coming up on one that also is another one I would love to add. Here's a reprint of Silver Surfer 1. Fantasy Masterpieces. Let's put that down because the beautiful cover. If we can't, I don't think the original is ever going to be something to pick up, but that reprint is, if it's in along this pricing, it's definitely something we could do. So Fantasy Masterpieces number 4, that's something we could do as well. But what I bet Jeff just might have some of these reprints at his shop, so we'll look for those on our next trip there, which is coming up soon. Again, part of this sort of this prioritizing and making of the list is because we are going to, you know, we're going to go to Jeff's comic shop. So I just want to have things in mind. We do decide to pick up, you know, as we're digging and we do run across some of these, it's something that we'll want to keep in mind, because Jeff will have it priced really fairly and in decent grades. So that's just something to have in the back of my head. If I have a list like this, at least I'll know, okay, that's not on the list. I'm not gonna, you know, I want to pick up these things first before I pick up something else, unless it's a really good deal. If it's a really good deal, then we'll pick it up. But in terms of like what we're focused on and looking for, that's what this list is all about. So yeah, a lot of great books here. X-Men 135, of course. This one is one also that I had on my list since last fall. And I definitely have, you know, my feelers out on the various, you know, online shopping channels. There are a lot of copies available, and they're within, you know, reasonable price. So again, that's something we're always kind of on the lookout for. Just hoping it drops in price at some point. Maybe it won't ever. First cover appearance of Elektra, this Comics Journal 58. That would be nice to have. Let's put that on our list. Comics Journal number 58. And Cyclops Leaves Attainment's another great cover. Avengers 200, another great cover. All these, Thor 300, all these great covers here. DC Comics Presents 26. That's another one I want. DC Comics Presents number 1. That's Flash Superman race cover. Number 1 and 2. Those are great covers there. New Teen Titans number 1. That'd be another great book to have. Again, $40 for a high grade of that is not the case. This is definitely like closer to $100 book in high grade. So some of these prices are a little bit inaccurate, or not updated, or not reflective of the market. Yeah, lots of great books here. Lots of great books. Oh, this Doom cover is another beautiful one. I actually had an opportunity to pick up a Chris Claremont signed copy of this, kind of in mid-grade. Well, I guess it was like, probably a fine copy of this. Again, signed copy for $20. I didn't pull the trigger on it, and I kind of regret that now. I'm not going to put it on my list though. So even though it's something I want, I feel like, yeah, if I didn't pull the trigger on it for the signed copy, I'm not gonna try and get it now. But okay, so now we're getting into the Copper Age. Oh, this is beautiful. Electric cover there, Daredevil 174. That's a beautiful cover. I have 175, the next issue. That'd actually be a nice combo to have. Oh, here's I think I mentioned this before, Superman 365. This is the one where there's a fan letter by Todd McFarlane published in the Metropolis mailbag. That's just, now I don't collect Todd McFarlane. It is a book I would want to get though. And it's super cheap. I mean, it's like, $7 or something. So I feel like that's really undervalued. Great Supergirl cover too. So I'm going to put this on my list. Hopefully I can pick it up for around that price. Yeah. I think there's a few of them. He got published in several of them around this time. I think maybe in back-to-back Superman issues or Superman Action Comics. I forget which, but yeah, here it is. So in the very next issue, he gets his fan letter published again. So 365, 366, back-to-back letters by Todd McFarlane. like a kid caught Todd McFarlane, or a teenage Todd McFarlane, riding into DC in a Superman book. So there you go. If you didn't know, now you know. What else? This Daredevil 179. God, we gotta add that to the list. I feel like right now, like, I don't know what it is, but I definitely like the Daredevil stuff is like stuff I want to pick up. I don't know what it is. It's just this, and it's just specifically this Frank Miller run of Elektra. It's like I want to pick up all these books. The Death as well, but and this cover, beautiful cover. Yeah, and Marvel Tales 138, that reprint of Amazing Spider-Man. Let's add that. That'd be another great one to have. I can't pick up the original one. Gotta pick up a reprint. Reprint's nice though. It's a nice reprint. Here it is, The Death of Elektra, Daredevil 181. And yeah, let's just add it. I feel like this book though is already sort of like, I think Daredevil is like kind of peaking right now because of all the news that it's coming to, it's coming to Disney Plus. So G.I. Joe #1 is another one. A priority book. So we're getting into my, I feel like from this point on, like G.I. Joe on, the Copper Age books here, a lot of these are like ones, we're just kind of entering now the real desirable books, because we're entering the age where I actually like read, had access and read these books. So yeah, a lot of these books were just kind of like things I remember. I didn't necessarily, like um, have them in my collection, or I didn't necessarily buy them to read. But as you get into collecting, these are all books that uh, were around, and a lot of these like some of I didn't read everything in the Daredevil run, but I did read um, a lot of the Frank Miller Daredevil books. Um, yeah, like his ones where he's going through, he's a drug addict, and um, he's addicted to heroin. That entire storyline was like something I read. And a lot of these New Teen Titans books, the Uncanny X-Men books, were stuff that I started. And this is another Avengers 122. This is the first cover by Greg LaRocque. That would be another amazing book to get. And it's been on my want list for a while. I actually ran into a copy of this at Mill Geek Comics, my local comic shop, but it had like a big tear on the back cover, and they wanted $3 for really it was just like, I mean, the cover was still decent, I guess, but the back cover was just completely like ripped in half. So I said, you know what? I think I can hold off on that and pick it up. Pick up a better copy of that. This first Blade Runner, that we have to pick this up. Marvel Comics Super Special 22. I love the book, everything about. Of course, the book is better. The book is, Philip K. Dick. The book is amazing. But the film in its own right is amazing as well, because, really kind of two different visions of that story. And so, and I feel like, what the movies become, if you saw Blade Runner, what is it, 2099? Or what is it? Anyway, the one with the Ryan Gosling. I guess the sequel to this original Blade Runner movie. I don't know. What were your thoughts about the movie? I didn't hate the movie. I didn't hate it. I wasn't particularly like fond of it either. Although on multiple viewings, I've gone back and watched it a couple more times, and each time I watch it, there's like just like added details here and there that make the movie, I think, a lot more it's not a bad movie. Like, I didn't think it was a bad movie when it came out, but it's growing on me more and more each time I watch the new version of it. So, but again, the comic would be amazing. So we're gonna add that. Again, this Daredevil 187, that's just another cover I think I'm gonna add. Jeff has that one, because if he does, I'll pick it up. This Fantastic Four 247, just a great cover. 188, another great cover. Just trying to be really selective now, because like these are all these Wolverines. I mean, who doesn't go? Is there a day that goes by on social media where they don't feature a Wolverine #1, this limited series, Frank Miller limited series book? No, I mean, it's everywhere. So I want it, but I feel like I can wait on that. It will always be around. Always be around. Okay, so we're getting into first Boba Fett. No, this is not the first Boba Fett. What is this? First mention of the Mandalorian. That's just a great cover, though. Age 169. Thor annual. These are all just great covers here. Thing number one. This I can get this at half price books right now for $15. I can literally get this for $15 at half price books right now. There's a copy of that. And I was thinking hard about it, but we're gonna wait on that.